Learn English through Stories C. Adopted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents. 1. The donkey has no brains. 2. Words that wound. 3. The paper boat. 4. Picture dictionary page. 1. The donkey has no brains. Once upon a time, there lived an old lion. The lion, the king of the forest, had grown old. He became frail, and due to this, he could not hunt for his food. Many a time he didn't get even a single animal to eat. With each passing day, he became more and more weak. He realized that like this he could not live for long. Somehow, he had to arrange his food, otherwise he would die. He thought that how could he arrange for his food? He thought for a long time, and ultimately he decided that he should have an assistant. The lion thought that a fox would be the best person to handle this position. He summoned the fox and said, "Dear friend, I have always liked you because you are intelligent and clever. I want to appoint you as my minister and advise me on all the affairs of the forest." The old lion also asked the fox that he was the king of the forest, so he should not have to hunt for his food. In respect to this, the fox's first duty as minister was to bring him an animal to eat every day. The fox didn't trust the lion, but he could not even refuse the king. The fox said, "Your Majesty, I am happy that you have chosen me to serve you. I accept your offer." The lion was pleased to hear such words. After the conversation, the fox went out to find an animal for the lion. On the way, he met a fat donkey. The fox went to the donkey, "Friend, where have you been all these days? I have been looking for you for the past many days." The donkey asked, "Why? What happened? Is everything all right?" The fox replied, "I have got good news for you. You are very lucky. Our king, the lion, has chosen you to be his chief minister. He asked me to meet you and inform you about his decision." The donkey was scared of the lion and said, "I am afraid of the lion. He might kill me and eat me up. Why has he chosen me as his chief minister? I don't even fit enough to be a minister." The clever fox laughed and said, "Dear, you don't know your great qualities. You have a special charm of your own. Our king is dying to meet you. He has chosen you because you are wise, gentle, and hard-working. You must not lose your greatest chance in life. Now, come with me and meet our great king. He will be really happy to see you." So the poor donkey was convinced and got ready to go along with the fox. As soon as they reached the lion's den, the donkey got scared and refused to move forward. At this, the fox said to the lion, "Your Majesty, the chief minister appears to be very shy and hesitates to come near you." The lion himself came forward and said, "I like such modesty." He limped towards the donkey. The donkey got so scared that he ran away to save his life. The lion became angry and shouted at the fox, "You have played a trick on me. I was so hungry that I wanted to eat him at once. Go and bring that donkey back. If you don't, I will kill you." The fox replied, "Your Majesty, you were in a hurry. You should have left it to me to bring him near enough, but I will try again." The fox went back to the donkey and said, "You are a funny fellow. Why did you run away like that?" The donkey replied, "I was too scared. I thought that the lion was going to kill me." The fox said, "What a fool you are. If the king wanted to kill you, he would have done so. You could not have escaped by running away. The thing is, the king wanted to tell you a secret about the kingdom, and he did not want me to hear it. Now, what will he think about you? Doesn't matter. Come with me and apologize for your mistake. You don't realize that by serving the king, you will be the second most powerful animal in our forest. Imagine, all the other animals will respect you and seek favors from you." In this way, the fox managed to attract the donkey to go back to the lion. When the fox and the donkey approached, the lion was hungrier than ever. But this time he kept a smiling face and said, "Welcome, my dear friend. It was unkind of you to have run away like that. Come near me, you are my chief minister." As and when the donkey came closer, the lion pounced on him and killed him instantly. The lion thanked the clever fox and was happy to get the food. As the lion sat down to take his meal, the fox said, "Your Majesty, I know you are very hungry, and it is time for your dinner, but the king must take a bath before his meal." The lion thought it was a good idea and said, "You are right. I should go and bathe myself first. You keep a watch on the carcass of the donkey." The fox silently sat down to keep a watch on the donkey. He was very hungry and thought to himself, "I took all the trouble of getting the donkey here. It is I who deserve the best portion of the meal." Thus, the fox cut open the head of the donkey and ate up the whole brain. When the lion returned and looked at the donkey, he felt that something was missing. He found that the head of the donkey had been cut open. He inquired from the fox, "Who came here? What happened to the head of the donkey?" The fox pretended to be innocent and reminded the lion, "Your Majesty, you have given a powerful blow on the head of the donkey when you killed him." The lion was satisfied with the answer and sat down to take his meal. Suddenly he shouted, "What happened to the donkey's brain? I wanted to eat the brain first." The fox smilingly replied, "Your Majesty, donkeys have no brains. If this had any, he would not have come with me to this place for the second time." "Yes," agreed King Lion, "that's the point." And he started eating happily the rest of the flesh of the dead donkey. Vocabulary. Frail. Someone who is frail is not very strong or healthy. Summon. If you summon someone, you order them to come to you. Charm is the quality of being pleasant or attractive. When an animal or bird pounces on something, it jumps on it and holds it to kill it. A carcass is the body of a dead animal. 2. Words that wound. A woman had a daughter who was beautiful, intelligent, and usually a good girl, but she had one terrible defect in her character. She sometimes got angry and would shout and say hurtful things to servants, friends, and even people in her own family. One day, after she had shouted at her younger sister, she sat down and cried. "Why am I so bad-tempered? I say unkind things to the people I love. I wish I could stop getting annoyed." Her mother heard this and left the room, but returned holding a hammer and some nails. "Can you see what I have here?" "Of course I can. Do you think I'm stupid? You are holding a hammer and some nails, that's right. And do you see this beautiful wooden chair here?" "Yes, I'm not blind. You know it's the chair I love. The wood is so perfectly smooth and shiny. Well, every time you get angry in the next week, I want you to take a nail and hammer it into the chair." The girl stood up. "You cannot possibly be serious. I love that chair, so why should I damage it? Do as I say. You will understand later." The girl wanted to disobey her mother, but also wanted to stop getting angry. Therefore, she did what was asked, and by the end of the week, the once lovely chair looked very ugly with many nails stuck in it. "The chair looks awful. Do I have to continue?" The mother nodded. After 3 more weeks, there were even more nails in the chair, but the girl found she was losing her temper less and less. Her mother noticed this and smiled. "Look how ugly the chair is now, but you can make it look better. If you can pass a whole day without losing your temper, you can take out 1 nail." The daughter felt happy. She was learning to control her anger, and indeed, after a few weeks, she had pulled out all the nails she had hammered in earlier. The chair looked much better without the nails, but not as beautiful as before. This made her sad. Her mother came to her. "Do you see how damaged the chair looks even without the nails?" The girl nodded. "Each hole you see in the wood is just like the wound you leave in the heart of the person you hurt when you get angry. If, like removing the nail from the chair, you say sorry to the wounded one, the damage remains, just like the hole in the chair." The girl understood and never lost her temper again. 3. Paper boats. Anna bent over a stream of muddy rainwater, and she gently launched a paper boat. Like the 2 earlier ones, this boat, too, sailed down the stream fast and quickly. And each time that happened, Anna would scream with delight. But this time something horrible happened. A big boy pounced on her boat and pulled it out. He wiped off the water and turned the boat upside down. Anna stared at the boy. He was huge and scruffy. He looked into the boat. He was probably thinking how it was made. He did not notice Anna's angry stare. She turned and ran into the house. Aunt Usha was sitting in an armchair watching the bird playing in the courtyard, and she was singing a song. Anna barged in, her face red and lips pouting. "That awful boy, he snatched away my boat," she said. "Don't worry, I will make another one for you," Aunt Usha tried to calm her down. "What if he takes that one also? Then, I will make some more boats. And supposing he takes all of them?" "No, he won't, because I will make 2 for him as well." "But why should you make any for him?" "Because I don't think he has an Aunt Usha who will make boats for him." "Then, can't he make them himself? He is so big." "Yes, Anna, but maybe no one has taught him how to make boats." Aunt Usha just smiled. She had cut some papers into squares and was already folding one. In no time a boat was ready. Then she made a few more. Finally she gave all the boats to Anna and said, "Here, now run along and have fun." Anna did not move. She was still sulking. She did not want to have anything to do with that boy. But there was no choice. The rain had just stopped, and the muddy rainwater flowing through the open drain looked so inviting. Holding the boats tight, Anna started walking hesitantly towards the stream. The boy was still there. He looked at her curiously. Anna took out 2 not-so-good boats and held them out for the boy. He could hardly believe that this pretty girl in the blue frock was calling him. He almost ran to her. "Take," she said without the trace of a smile. The boy took them and just stood there quietly. He did not know what to say. Chin up in the air, Anna turned her back and gently launched her boat. Swiftly the boat sailed down the stream. The boy stood there watching it, a faint smile dancing on his lips. Anna knew that he had no intention of pulling it out of the water. Happily, she watched the swiftly moving boat as it sailed beautifully. Anna was about to scream with delight once again when, to her horror, she saw the boat getting caught in a lump of mud and stones. Water splashed against it and slowly flooded the boat. In a flash, the boy dashed right through the stream and pulled the boat out of the water. He turned the boat upside down to drain off the water, and without a word held it out to Anna. Anna took the boat and smiled. The boy smiled back a beautiful smile. Anna turned round and gently left the boat in the stream. It sailed swiftly and drifted past the big lump of stones, mud, and grass. Soon it was out of sight. Anna and the boy looked at each other and smiled. Vocabulary. Scruffy equals dirty and untidy. "You look very scruffy today. What's wrong?" Awful equals bad. "What are you cooking? It smells awful." 4. Picture dictionary page.